Welcome. This is Patty Carpenter, host of the MCOE Ed Talks podcast. And in the studio with me today is Gail Eppler, Administrative Assistant to the Modoc County Superintendent of Schools. Good morning, Gail.
Good morning, Patty.
I'm glad you could be here with us today on the first day that Modoc Joint Unified School District students and Surprise Valley students are back to school for the 2016-2017 school year. And I know you've been so busy with getting teachers ready and the county ready, but first I would like to congratulate you on a wonderful honor that you received this year. You were the recipient of the first annual Rhonda Haselip Going Above and Beyond Award. And I'd like to say that that reward was well earned by you for all of the things that you've done for Modoc County for, is it 41 years now?
42 years.
42 years
yes.
now.
Yes.
Fantastic. So would you like to tell us a little bit about the wonderful person that this award is named after, Rhonda?
I would. I knew Rhonda for 23 years, worked with her for 23 years side by side, and she was just the epitome of helpfulness. She constantly went beyond whatever was asked of her and gave more. And she and I were just solid, good friends. I miss her immensely, and I was honored and extremely humbled to be selected for this award. And it sits very proudly on the corner of my desk, and I see it daily.
Fantastic, Gail. And I know that you support Modoc County Office of Ed, and you have superpowers that you've used in your position for the last 42 years. So would you tell us what one of those superpowers is that really helps to have a team here?
I think my superpower is being organized, having the organization being open to working with many different people, many different teams of people. As we've learned in the past, it takes all kinds to make the world go round, and the key is flexibility, and you have to be open to whatever comes your way.
And you're just kind of that greeter of everyone that comes into the office. It's that person that you see first. So sometimes it's the first person someone might even meet in Modoc County.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I enjoy my job immensely. I've never regretted getting up in the morning, having to go to work. It's always a joy to walk in and be there, and yeah.
Fantastic. So one of your jobs besides supporting the superintendent is that big piece of credentialing for teachers. So is there anything you can tell us about credentialing or information? Excuse me.
My biggest thing with credential is to tell teachers and anyone wanting to be a teacher to be proactive. Watch those dates as they come and go. It's your responsibility to make sure your credential is valid and on file with the county office at all times. Credentialing is a ever-changing world, and there's constant changes. Constant.
So, Gail, you've been here in this office for 42 years. So can you tell us about some of the changes you've seen over that time period?
I've seen the building change. I've seen people come and go. Mike Martin is my 8th county superintendent for whom I've worked. Enjoyable times, some frustrating times, and not necessarily with Mike, but over the past 40 years. We've gone from ditto masters to scanning and printing off of the computers. The first time one of my bosses a million years ago said, "Send me an email," I'm like, how do I send an attachment to an email? And so lots of technological learning curves, and again, ever changing.
So how about number of employees 40 years ago? Do you remember about how many people were employed by Modoc County Office of Ed?
We probably had up to 150. Right now we're sitting at 104. So some changes in classroom structure and that kind of thing brought that about.
But pretty close. A few changes. From answering a phone that had a cord going into the wall to having
Yeah.
having a cell phone and all of those different types of things. Fantastic. We like to know about Modoc County Office of Education employees as to who are you beyond the office. So did you have any experiences this summer that just kind of reinvigorated you for coming back for the year? Or any stories to tell?
My summer was filled with lots of travel. I went to Virginia and saw my daughter come home off of deployment off of the USS Truman. She'd been gone for 8 months in the Middle East in the U.S. Navy. And I saw my grandchildren. I saw my son. Many more times to be able to do that in the future, I hope. And yeah, it was a great summer. Great summer.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for being with us today, and thank you for supporting all of Modoc County Office of Ed, and we appreciate your service.
Truly my pleasure.
Thank you, Gail.